if your mind is in the right place, right? I don't like always for it to be reading, but hey, you got to get. My friend used to say, the plans have to eat too. So, thank God for all of that. But we're talking. I'm asking you today to take a deep dive with me into the Bahamian economy. Let's to look at what is happening in this economy.
Top shape.
To us broadly.
Okay, sure.
One of the things that you can't do is to think that all of us are having the same experience in the economy. Okay, so when I talk about the economy, I'm talking about the experience on balance. But if we even talk about challenges in the economy, be sure there's some people in our economy who are doing extremely well. Okay. And if you're in one of those people who are doing extremely well and thinking things are going okay, the truth of the matter is there are people who are doing extremely bad in the economy. But the broad experience of the population does not seem to be one of prosperity, of growing opportunities, or sensible opportunities. And I think that it's easy to see that that is not the case. And so if we take a deep dive into the economy, I think we'll come to discover exactly what is happening.
Good day, Brother Lang. Yes, Brother Lang. I know the yes. Okay. Fair enough. And see, the way you dealt with the situation just now, that's one of the reasons why I like to contribute to your show. And that's exactly why I called, with solutions. You see, chapter 3, article 26 speaks to some specific stuff when you're talking, entering into agreements with international organizations such as the WTO and all of that. You see, for me, as a Bahamian, this is why I'm saying either a yes or a no. It has to be based on this right here. You see, the Bahamas government cannot be allowed to create policies or laws contrary to the Constitution. The Constitution say no law shall make any provision which is discriminatory either of itself or in its effect. Okay, now as relates to the individual in this context, number 2 says no person shall be treated in a discriminatory manner. Okay, so when I speak, before I go out spend $2,500 to register the name of a corporation, I spend $1,500 to create. You know what I'd rather do, bro? Create a website or an app and trade whatever I have to do. Because why? I reject the discriminatory manner in which I'm being treated for a piece of paper. When international corporations don't even have to have $1, don't have absolutely nothing, we go out of our way, our Bahamian government go out of our way to betray. Okay. No, I don't, brother. Anyhow. No, I don't need, Brother Line, come on, man. No. Brother Line. See, for me, it's not.
He's trying to press his way as an entrepreneur in the country. All right? See if you can help him out. Now listen.
Okay, now. I hear him, but I want them to comprehend, not just to understand. Whether they help me out or not, it is my constitutional right. Now, as I was saying, no person should be treated in a discriminatory manner by any person acting by virtue of any written law or in the performance of the function of any public office or any public authority. Number 3 says, In this article, the expression discriminatory means affording different treatment to different persons attributable wholly or mainly to their respective descriptions by race, place of origin, political opinions, color, or creed. As relates to political opinion, this part of my supreme law is being violated as relates to me because of my political opinions, because of my race, because of my place of origin, okay, my color, my creed, whereby persons of one such description are not subject to this type of disabilities and or restrictions to which other foreigners, like I would have said, okay, other persons of another such description are not made subject or are accorded privileges and or advantages which are not accorded to me, okay, accorded to persons such as myself of another such description. So what the Constitution is saying here, that the Bahamas government is in violation of, I'm not asking them for anything. They have created a law and failed to create a provision. You see, if you say, people, you want to create and I have to pay for something, then you have to make provisions where people can make live up to that word. You can't tell them they can't have their constitutional right until they give you what you want. Okay? What kind of country you running? So the Bahamas government, relative to saving of existing law, is in violation of the Bahamian people such as myself. This have nothing to do with, everything is personal, bro. No government could no party, political party, can win the government without individual voters. To suggest that some people are, no, I don't need no one to make my case, bro. Because whenever you hang up the phone, that's when I will continue to speak. I want you all to know I could have done this from 2010. I do things when I'm ready and how I wish. You know what I mean? The Most High Creator has given me the intelligence to prove to the world who He is and who I am thanks to Him. So whether you give me a piece of paper or not, I will bypass your paper and I'll get my website and do what I have to do without your business license. Okay? All right? And furthermore, I might just decide I don't want no business license. Okay? I just don't want it. Okay? Especially as long as your corrupt political leaders are there. Okay? Chapter 3, Article 26(1) says, subject to the provision of paragraph 4, 5, and 9 of this article, no law shall make any provision which is discriminatory either of itself or in its effect. 26(2), Chapter 3, 26(2). Subject to the provisions of paragraphs 6, 9, and 10 of this article, no person shall be treated in a discriminatory manner by any person acting by virtue of any written law or in the performance of the function of any public office or any public authority. Chapter 3, 26(3). In this article, the expression discriminatory means affording different treatment to different persons attributable wholly or mainly to their respective description by race, place of origin, political opinions, color, or creed, whereby persons of one such description are subject to disabilities or restrictions to which persons of another such description are not made subject or are accorded privileges or advantages which are not accorded to persons of another such description. And that's Chapter 3, Article 26, 1, 2, and 3. So the Bahamas government has created certain policies as a stumbling block and a hindrance in the way of Bahamian people progress or free and democratic processes in a democratic society. And thus, all governments, successive governments, are in violation, humbly in violation, are seriously in violation. You're not humble about that in respect to what we're saying here. And so I demand justice. Okay? I demand justice. Okay? They don't do what I tell them to do. Okay? It's my right to decide whatever entrepreneurial ambitions I wish to have. It is the government's duty to give me what it takes to move forward. Give me what I want. I'm begging them. Don't try to make me feel like I'm begging them for something. Okay? This is my fundamental and democratic sovereign right. I quote in the Constitution at them. Okay? Furthermore, since they want to get technical, I shall go a little further. I shall go a little further in addressing my situation. Okay? I should go a little further, but I have to put this on pause for a minute. Now, so let me, chapter 20, chapter 3, article 28. 1. If any person alleges that any of the provisions of articles 16 to 27 inclusive of this Constitution is likely to be contravened in relations to him or her, then without prejudice to any other action with respect to the same matter, which is lawfully available, that person may apply to the Supreme Court for redress. Okay? Now, you can't try to block me, stop me, prevent me from having a business license that you know that in most civil society, for a person to go and do business and make a living, they would need this document. So the Bahamas corruption, egregious, ungodly, disgusting, unholy, I renounce the Bahamas government, the Progressive Liberal Party treatment and the Free National Movement government treatment, the treatment over the years in regards to the breaking of the law in our country by creating laws that have destroyed and decimated, okay, everything that we call the middle class in our country, and to have some type of decent living, you would have to create a life for yourself. No one get rich working for people. Okay, just like that. Okay, no 9-to-5 job. Okay, so it is the government duty, okay, to stop playing politics with the Bahamian people's natural resources. Okay, while they playing games, why don't they go and tell me, okay, what is the different name of all the natural resources in our country, okay, and debate us on what they claim is the natural resources, all that they are aware of. That's what I want to know. All the names of the natural resources that the Bahamas government, by way of the Progressive Liberal Party cabinet and the Free National Movement government cabinet, in regard to the sovereign natural resources of this country, the Bahamian people wish to know what is the name according to them. What are all the different natural resources known to them, to the Bahamas government, to the Bahamas government cabinet? What is the name? Because the Bahamian people require that information. Okay? Moving forward, as it relates to creating a national sovereign wealth fund for individual Bahamians to benefit individually, just like in so-called individuals in Singapore benefits, just like so-called persons in the Saudi Arabia and other nations around the world are benefiting, okay, from their sovereign natural resources. Okay? Now, so chapter 3, article 26.1 says, subject to the provisions of paragraph 4, 5, and 9 of this article, no law shall make any provision which is discriminatory, either of itself or in its effect. 2. Subject to the provisions of paragraph 6, 9, and 10 of this article, no person shall be treated in a discriminatory manner by any person, okay, acting by virtue of any written law or in the performance of the function of any public office or any public authority. The Bahamas Cabinet is in violation of my fundamental rights and freedom of the individual, and I will make sure by the grace of Almighty Creator, the Most High, that no foreign corporations can do business in our country, in this Bahama land, okay, without the Bahamian people demanding that they pay corporate tax, income tax, VAT tax, and any other tax that the Bahamian people are now paying that they are not paying. Okay? The Bahamas government is in violation of my fundamental rights and freedom because they are actually should be charged for treason. Okay? What does the Bahamian people know? How much do they know by the mouth, by written documentation from the Bahamian successive governments? What do they know really about the natural resources? How much do we know? Okay? When it comes to the sovereign natural land of this country, the Free National Movement government and the Progressive Liberal Party only wish to be in government so they can watch over the wrong they have done to the Bahamian people. They do not wish for the Bahamian people, for the truth to come to the world's attention, who they really are as men and women pretending to be honorable, God-fearing, godly people. The Free National Movement as a government and the Progressive Liberal Party as a government, for Progressive Liberal Party as a government, as long as these two political entities are vying and allowed to vie for political office in this country, more and more Bahamians will continue to die. Okay? Period. And so I condemn the former Prime Minister Perry Gladstone Christie. I condemn the Prime Minister before him, Hubert Alexander Ingram. And I certainly condemn this now sitting new Prime Minister Hubert Alexander Minnis. Okay? I condemn your political policies and actions towards Amos Jr. Miller. And the Most High condemn you all. The Bahamian people continue to condemn you all. And we reject the WTO. We reject the OECD. We reject your EPA. We reject all of your foreign financial institutions, corruption and bribery, okay, that y'all wish to bring to the and pour on the Bahamian people's backs like there's some slave. Y'all are a bunch of murderers, a bunch of child molesters, okay, a bunch of liars, okay, y'all lie, y'all cheat, y'all steal, y'all only look out for family, friends, and lovers, and a bunch of young people who y'all think y'all could continue to brainwash. Half of my age is 24. I'm 48 at this present moment on this 7th day of February, 2019, okay? Yes, and I call y'all exactly what y'all are. Okay? Not y'all don't want to be what the Most High call us to be. Children of the Most High. Okay? Looking out for each other and helping each other to reach its potential. Okay? And the Bahamian people know exactly what I'm saying is true. And if they don't have the courage to say it for themselves, well, I sure do have the courage to say it for myself. And hopefully, if that which I say for myself makes sense, then may the nation, okay, see the wisdom in it and adopt it. Okay, and may it give them courage. Okay, and this goes for the Progressive Liberal Party wannabes, the so-called Her Majesty loyal so-called opposition of 4. How loyal are you? I see why you're loyal, because only 4 of y'all. Who gonna go against Great Britain, Her Majesty, and only got 4 members in the House, and the 35 within? Which one of y'all gonna go against Her Majesty, our Her Majesty government, relative to Great Britain? Okay, which one of y'all? Not one. Only one will go against the 35, and the 4 is this one, Amos Jr. Miller, and the universal public, universal sovereign agenda right now. Okay, that's what's going on. Universal sovereign answer. Okay, yes. All right, and this is what we're dealing with. And so I rebuke and reject the corruption in the government and what they're trying to do. Okay, and by the way, no matter what a person wish to do, time don't wait on no one. So once the Bahamas government don't waste your time and other people already got wind of what you're trying to do, they are now in violation of being sued for destruction of people plans and aspirations in this country. Okay, and for that, only one way you could pay me back. Only one way you could pay the Bahamian people back, and that is for the Bahamian people to see the wisdom for them to pay themselves by rejecting the Free National Movement as a government in this country to ever run and hold governance ever again in this country, rejecting the Progressive Liberal Party as a government and reject them and never allow them to ever hold governance in this party ever again, and choose for themselves a real God-fearing, world heart stamping and stopping royal son of the Most High, their own sovereign king, someone who has delivered these people out of the hands of the Free National Movement, someone who have delivered these people out of the hands of the Progressive Liberal Party by virtue of the sheer birth. Okay? All right? Now, I am exactly what the scriptures say I am, by way of the Most High. Okay? And his promise that he would have made, okay, with Father Abram, Father Abraham, his sons, all the way to King David, all the way to Jesus Christ. Here I am. Great God Almighty, for the Lord God Most High is a S-U-N, son of this world. Okay? Y'all think y'all dealing with. All right, so yes, because of my political opinions and views and race and creed and these things that you would have heard come out of my mouth, these are the reasons they refuse to honor the supreme law of this land and create environment for the people of this land to strive and succeed. Whatever idea the Americans have and had, and the British had in the 1800s, especially the 1800s. Whatever invention you had in these two countries, you were allowed and afforded the opportunity to succeed. Okay, that didn't mean people wasn't coming to try to take what belongs to you now. But at the end of the day, the person who created the environment was allowed to succeed. Okay? And so it's wrong. It is terribly wrong for anyone to suggest that Amos Jr. Miller should go along with any kind of egregious discrimination and contravention of the Bahamian people's fundamental sovereign democratic right. Especially when they know I deserve to have my very own because of what I would have created for myself to make a living from. Okay, and so you all destroy it. So now what I wanted to do, for me, as far as I'm concerned, you all already destroy it. Okay, because when you all waste people time by denying them licenses and thieving all the Bahamian people money by way of lying about the natural resources, knowing that this country have oil, this country have natural gas, this country have from in the ocean, every type of mineral you could think of, okay, and stones, okay, in there, naturally grown. As sure as you have them in Africa, Canada, Great Britain, or in America, in the oil created by the sun and pressure and all kind of other natural resources we have in our country, like in Maguana, the granite, in Acklands, unlimited amount of salt, in Inagua, unlimited amount of salt, okay, just the salt and the sand, okay, and the granite and the aragonite alone can make our country and our countrymen and women royal kings and queens and prince and princesses of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Now we can recognize Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth, you know, as the head of the Commonwealth, if every Commonwealth vote for her. But why is it that the people, the citizen of Great Britain, should have such a great opportunity to benefit in their country, and they benefit in their country? Why is it that the people in America should have the great opportunity to benefit the way you all do in America, but when it comes to the people of the Bahamas should, listen to me, you all get your ungodly, demonic policy and plans and take it back to the pits of hell and Hades, to your demon devil where y'all got it from. Because it's now officially, sovereignly, and democratically, okay, rejected by the king. Okay? And the messenger of the king is the king. Okay? No one could tell no better message better than the king. Y'all a bunch of criminals. And the people are tired. Okay? People have abilities that would help them to sustain themselves in this world. And y'all want to play global politics? Well, let's play global politics. Let's play global politics. No corporation supposed to be doing no business in this Bahamas. And no corporation will be doing business in this Bahamas and not pay corporate tax, income tax, VAT tax, and any other tax once I lead, okay, or whoever lead. The Most High God have called me to be a king, okay, and I declare these things in the country, not these so-called wish to be, okay. I'm 49 in the next couple of months, so I don't know who in the next 3 years, how old they gonna be. Let them tell you how old they gonna be 3 years from now, okay. They already 70 and want to be something, okay. How old I'm gonna be 3 years from now, okay. Okay, all of them is a bunch of murderers. Before they recognize what Amos Jr. Miller, you who want to be prime minister of this nation, Amos Jr. Miller was not called to be no prime minister. Amos Jr. Miller was called to be the sovereign king. Okay, now if you all don't want me to be your sovereign king of the Bahamas, then let the nations them overrun y'all and devour y'all, because I will still be exactly who I am that y'all rejected. On any part and parcel and place and piece of the earth, I will still be the sovereign king, and my name will still live on. Because none of y'all and your man, your pa, your brothers and sisters, uncle and aunts had the audacity and the nerve as of before 2010 to declare the things that would have been declared by Amos Jr. Miller between the years 2010 and 2019. And I wouldn't even talk about what I was saying on the national airways between 1997 and 2010. Okay? So who y'all think y'all dealing with? Y'all bunch of child molesters, bunch of rapists, bunch of thieves, bunch of liars, and bunch of lying murderers. Y'all a bunch of traitors. That's what y'all is. Y'all a bunch of traitors. Okay, y'all interfere with people's livelihood. Y'all know a man create his business, and you all sit on the side to say, okay, yeah, you can afford to be good at that, but without us giving you a license, how could you sell it? And knowing, wishing for someone to go and stand up on some street corner for them to send their little stinking, dirty, thieving minions to rob you out your little art and set you back, because they already know, okay, it'll cost you some time and some money to go and replenish these things again. So they want to force Amos now to go on some street corner and either be harassed by the police or be harassed by some thief that they're going to send with their guns, okay, that they allowed to be smuggled into this country by their criminals who come and overstay their time in our country. Okay, so the Bahamas government, y'all been busted. Y'all bust yourself with y'all stinking dirty darkness. Okay, may Yahweh Elohim's son continue to shine and burn you all up in the light. Okay? All right? And your darkness, may your darkness end suddenly. All right? And the light shine bright. That's what I'm dealing with. I hate corrupt, stinking, dirty, lying government officials who use political office and political authority to discriminate and bring harm and chaos and mayhem and death and destruction against the people who they have been elected and swore to uphold and protect. Okay? And they are now guilty of the very same murder and death and mayhem that the so-called bad people are guilty of. As far as I'm concerned, they're the worst of the worst. Now that's enough of that. You all go check the Constitution, and if I lie, then so help me God. You all do to me whatever you all wish. But everything I say and I've said is true. And what they have done to the Bahamian people must be condemned by every Bahamian. Okay? What they have done to the Bahamas need to be condemned by every tourists who have ever visited this country in the last 46 years and would have seen the destruction brought on this country by corrupt officials. And I stand with the American government, the American people, and those in the American government who will condemn this type of actions by political members of political parties, because at the end of the day, it is the American people who does not benefit properly from the blessings that's supposed to come to them from this people. Okay? And they want to make deals with China. So the works what Bahamians supposed to be doing, the monies that would have been in Bahamian hands, that Bahamians would have taken a flight and flew to America and spent in America industry, okay, was withheld. They allowed the Chinese to bring in the money. They allowed the Chinese to bring in all the workers. And at the end of the day, the Chinese own the investment. So all the money went back to China. You know, Bahamian benefited. Okay? Now, they so-called spent some money and got Bahama, and some Bahamians going home with a paycheck because of Bahama. But you know what? They are a bunch of slaves and are under servitude at Bahama. They are under servitude at Atlantis. They are under servitude at any one of the hotels in this country. Okay? But you know what? I'd rather see the Bahamian people at least waken than not to be wakened. Okay? And because of my political, religious views, because of my race, my color, and my creed, I have been a political prisoner in this country, okay, for at least, okay, the last 9-10 years, okay, full stop. And I have declared in life or in death, I will not allow them, as of 2010, between the years 2010 and 2019, to allow them to have the last say over my living body. Now they could have it over my dead body, but not my living body. And so this, I hope and pray in the name of Yahweh, Elohim, Son, Christ Jesus, the Yeshua, the Christ, the real black Christ, okay? Who came from who one would have called, who one's mother would have been called the Black Madonna, who does great and awesome things, just like Scripture say we do. Is there anyone who can say that? Okay, there is something on the face of this earth that is too hard for the Most High God to do. I ask y'all a question. Is there anything on the planet too hard for this God to do? God with us. His Spirit is with us, is in us if you desire it. Okay? And that's the Constitution, in my view, for ya. Okay? Don't come to me with your half-stepping absolute garbage. All right? I ain't into that. Okay? I spent $1,500 to create a business, and y'all trying to get more than what I paid for the register, to have the company established and registered. Okay? Established, actually. Y'all want me just for registration of the company, y'all want more than what I paid to create it? Y'all a bunch of murderers.